report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll set up to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Texans at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Back to throw again. Left side caught by Diggs. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
He's got a man, complete. And got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Waddle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Wilson wants a different look. From the gun on third down. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Will Anderson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Taking a shot for Dell here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at the defense for these Texans. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And now an audible here into something else. From the gun on third down, Wilson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Bijan Robinson, 36 yards. And the Texans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it as we resume action. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They run it again with Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football, or you're going to cost your team chances.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Down the sideline he goes. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Bijan Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Coming left is Kamara. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And some strong running. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Kamara is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. Well, Wilson going to change things up here. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Diggs has it. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They'll run it with Kamara. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Alvin Kamara, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Touchdown, Texans! Jalen Waddle halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hey, alert!
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Alert!
Here's Wilson to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Wilson. It got his man complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Cut 50! Hey! Cut!
Wilson will throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. A give to Kamara running right. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10.
Almost special! Almost special! Go! Good right.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Well, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now Wilson changing the play.
In motion comes the tight end left. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
4th down, here's Wilson. Completes it to Austin.
And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw here.
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run this one right with Robinson. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 104 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and send Kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yo, we playing the other league. You want to run that one now? Yo.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game.
Yo.
They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Kamara trying the right side. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. A give. This is Kamara. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
2nd and 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They go play action now. Wilson.
That's complete to his tight end flyer move.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Play action. Now Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting.